Welcome back. Now, under its new operating model at the half-year mark, Alex Forbes has delivered a 17% rise in headline earnings per share from total operations. This as the financial services provider experienced growth across its corporate, investment, retail and growth market segments during the period. A dividend of 24 cents has been declared, reflecting an increase of 9%. The company's CEO, Dawie de Villiers, joins us now with greater perspective. Good to have you with us, Dawie. I think a solid set of results, but was this in line with your strategy, or did you expect more?
Yes, I mean, thanks for having me. Firstly, very excited about the results. I think the market's helped a bit, so we must recognize that we're in a positive market gains. We've got more than 50% of our revenue depends on our asset base, which is linked to the market. So we're very pleased with that. But obviously, it's not just top line that gets you the result at the end. We also had to manage the expenses, and I think it was pretty much in line with what we expected.
You're talking about managing expenses. Have you scaled down a little bit? Have you constricted? A lot of the interviews I've had lately has spoken about CEOs looking at the bottom line and saying, guys, we've got to tighten our belts.
Yes, it's funny. For us, we're very much in a growth phase, so it's very difficult to marry, growing the business and containing expenses, and that's probably where the trick lies. But we've certainly had very nice investments in capital investments in tech, also people in the right places. But then areas where we manage the expenses. So it's been a tricky period for us to manage it, but we realize that we're in a growth phase. We realize we're perfectly positioned in order to capture a bigger portion of the market, and therefore you have to do some investments, specifically in tech and people.
Take us through those investments. I mean, I'm looking at your HEPS, your headlines earnings per share, are up, your normalized profit are up. These are investments that are now paying off. Just take us through all of that.
Yeah, that's actually a very important point. We've embarked on the strategy quite a number of years ago, but we've been very successful in regular new business wins. In our market, you get the tailwinds from the market, but the rest is basically new business and creating new opportunities and winning relative to the competition. And we've had now a period of 3-4 years in a row where we added considerable new business every year, and that's starting to add to the top line for sure. I think that's probably been the biggest success of the business in the recent past.
Yeah, I mean, looking at those figures, 28.4 billion rand in institutional new business. Are there any sort of projects that you want to censor on? Just tell us about now that you've really concentrated on and you've seen that return.
Yeah, the biggest differentiator for us. So I mean, we've got our core business, and as we say, the assets under management, 28 billion new business is phenomenal, and that core business continue to deliver the results. But certainly the extra growth, the additional growth for us will come in the strategy around retail and the strategy around trying to give advice to as many South Africans as we can. We know that's good for them. We know that's a theory that if you get advice, you'll get a better outcome. But certainly trying to give them that advice from the Alex Forbes stable, and then obviously have them invest with Alex Forbes. So certainly that's the biggest driver, and certainly already starting to deliver the results. You saw there a 33% increase in new business just in the retail space on a year which was a record year in the previous year, so that is certainly starting to pan out.
And you're starting young as well. I see you've got your e-booklets as well. The smart money moves for the smart squad. I mean, that's quite cute. So you're getting your clients early.
Isn't that a feel-good story? It developed by financial literacy, and we're in the game, and we know we have to educate. And one of the teams just came up and said, let's do this, and let's do a book for kids. And it is taken off. It's unbelievable how it's taken off. We've got many requests for hard copies, requests for different languages. It's a very important stat actually is, say about 3,000 people downloaded it in the first month, clicked on it. It's a link and it's free. But over 90% of the people that clicked on it read through the whole book.
Sure. Wow.
So that means that, the kids, the grandparents, the parents that enabled it, that visited, actually read through it for their kids, and we've had a phenomenal response. It's really a feel-good story.
Yeah, financial literacy is so important. It really is. All right, so that's the past 6 months. What are the next 6 months? What are you looking at? I mean, you can only go up, but what are some of your core projects?
Yeah, I think you say we can only go up. I think one risk that is in the future is obviously we've had a massive bull run in the markets, and the first thing that people talk about, okay, so when is that over? When is there a correction? Specifically, the tech stocks in the US and those. So we have to be vigilant around the markets. For us, because we are dependent on it, but we can't do much about that. We just monitor. I think we're actually quite excited about the South African market, and because of this lower inflation targeting coming through, which leads to lower interest rates, which leads to a lower environment for a better environment for valuing companies, valuing property, which should supply South Africa with another phase of growth, theoretically, specifically South Africa Inc. And if that can lead to job creation, more growth, more opportunities, that is wonderful for us and wonderful for South Africa.
Yeah.
So we're very tied to South African growth, and we heard Ramaphosa say that he's targeting a 3.5% growth, and it's achievable, and we certainly believe that. We certainly believe that that's achievable in the next number of years.
But not to be negative, there are headwinds as well. What keeps you up at night?
Yeah, so I think the markets is one. I think the reforms in South Africa is another one. We actually need foreign investment to make South Africa work and to get the jobs market going. And if we don't get the reforms right, there won't be foreign investment. Right. So we must continue to work on law and order as a country. And I know there's phenomenal. We heard it through G20. There's phenomenal things in place and progress being made, but we need it. The ports, the transport, we need those things to start working. Electricity to stay where it is and stay at that level, and that will help South Africa Inc. a lot. But those are certainly headwinds if it doesn't come right.
Well, you can only continue to go up. I should rephrase myself a little bit there as well. Dawie, thank you so much. Good to have you on Business Lunch, and congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
That was Dawie de Villiers, CEO of Alex Forbes.